All right.
No
Gave out the
surprise
last
there.
code. Now, going to close this up or open a new raffle.
And we are dropping, sir.
All right. Good timing then. All right, guys. On my stream, the game is dropping. You have 10 minutes. Actually, no. You have, yeah, you'll have 10 minutes to get into the raffle. So in the first 10 minutes of the match, type !raffle, get in for a 10F code for 10 FW camos and Restless Fire flag, and I'll give that out when the match is over on my side. So about 10 minutes into the game for you, the raffle will be over.
Yep, and for mine, once again, you get that Restless Fire flag. To me, that's what's really cool about it. You get the 10 for the wind camo too, but the Restless Fire, that's where it's at.
I don't know, man. I'd rather have the For the Win camo. Those are sexy. Great way to grind Commander XP.
Yeah, and that's
So,
true.
we said briefly in the room that Team Comp was going to be an interesting choice. Here we see it already. ZR going with Hakuryu for their carrier. Of course, talking to Animati earlier, we understand his reasoning behind taking Midway. Then ZR going Montano Yamato, Des Moines triple Hindenburg. That's a lot of Hindenburg. And then the Score brothers, GRE and SAT, taking Gearing and Grozavoy respectively.
Yep, don't forget about their Eerie.
But that guy's a scrub. He's terrible.
And then on the side here for my team, 07, we've got double Montana. Of course, we've got the Midway too. Double Hindenburgs, Moskva, Grozavoy, triple Grozavoy, as both Eries go down.
Imagine that. All right, here we go, kids. Semifinal action underway here on North America as we start with Game 1 on Trap. ZR looks like they're opting for a very A-B heavy deployment here. We've got GRE making knots to B with SAT Score, Dolphin Princess, Kashimakaze, and Mechanics. I'm just going to say Mechanics. All headed down to A. It looks as if Red of Front and Ultra Real are going to head up to play delaying action at C, keep things honest up there, while Yasinpoi is going to move in aggressively behind this island at B to bring in his radar and a little bit of aerial cover for GRE Score's gearing.
Just a quick question on when you were covering the 07 guys, did you see Polecat doing a lot of clicking on the map?
No, there was not a lot of clicking in general, actually.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So we've got, looks like the standard split on this side, A and C, and Potato getting some early shots from, I guess, being spotted by air.
Looks like it. It was both sides sending out planes to get a few early spots here. Hakuryu, we see the air superiority Hakuryu here. Carefree Tongue on ZR's side, working early to try and keep these Midway torpedo bombers back away, out of the way. GRE Score has edged into the B cap, slowly ticking up B now, as Animati sends some fighters, and here comes at least a set of dive bombers in to try to spot him.
Good strafe by Animati, taking out roughly half of both the fighter squadrons, and as he exits strafes out, and gets strafe chased in return, and he's going to lose some fighters in that process.
He's got a fighter here hovering south of B. I keep expecting it to turn north and try to attack these bombers that are just kind of loitering over B, but I'm not seeing it.
He's too busy microing this little air battle at sea, I think.
Yep. Dolphin Princess down about 10k early. Some long-range fire having done some damage. As SAT Score moves into A to start ticking that up on behalf of ZR. ZR picking up B here early on the strength of GRE Score's aggressive push.
And the Des Moines locking it down from air.
Des Moines with great support there with air cover and with radar as necessary. GRE Score now flips on the engines and he is gone. Shell's coming in, but he's not there anymore.
Potato is backing into B to contest it. As Polecat is pinging behind the island at C, the long one on the 8 line, 9 line.
B contested almost instantaneously right away now. As you said, that's Potato on the 07 side?
Yep, that is indeed.
GRE Score now just turns his engines the other way again and making revolutions to put his stern back into B to at least hold that point gain down. As one of the destroyers from 07 gets into C finally. Who is that?
That's Polecat.
All right, Pullacat's in C. We know Potato is in B. That means that I'm assuming Jones is down towards A somewhere.
Yeah, Jones is down at A, and I think they've realized that the heavy push is A B. So instead of potentially sacrificing some ships, he's trying to work with Caliber down there in the Hindenburg. He's popping smoke right now so that Caliber can get some shots off for free and hit Mr. Dolphin Princess a little bit more. And William the Dink is also getting in on the fun.
So you feel like they're maybe reorienting to just leave A entirely?
I think they're setting up to harass.
Okay.
Although I don't like William the Dink's positioning. He is bow towards the bottom of the map. He should be turning around before opening fire, at least in my opinion.
He's
Because
barely
now he's kind of locked in.
he's barely spotted on the side of the map though. Spotted briefly. Some shells. They got some shells off on him, but don't know that they're going to get much out of him.
Yep, he's able to stay behind the smoke screen, so he's being spotted probably for 20 seconds, and then it goes away.
Yep. Giant staring contest at B here continues as GRE score and Yasin Poi continuing to hold their little section of the map here in F4.
Polacat picks up C, and it's interesting now. He's kind of pushing his advantage a little bit
See
here.
that he's spotted now by bombers. Carefree
And
Tongue
he's
getting in a
smoking
quick
up.
bomber strike. No dice there.
Oh, he took a hit.
Oh, did he?
He's on fire right now. Yeah, he unfortunately took a hit there. That was interesting. I don't know if he had his defensive
I don't
fire
think
up
so.
or not.
I don't think he had his DF up because none of those planes are dead. If he has DF up, those planes would be out, I would think.
And we know that the Japanese bombers' panic is very large spread, so it's surprising to see them able to hit anything.
I think what Carefree Tongue is doing, he's trying to bait the DF. He's leaving the bomber over. He's bringing another one in. His torpedo bombers are hovering nearby. I think maybe he's trying to bait the DF and then bring the torpedo bombers in after.
Yeah, that's not going to work, though, because as you can see, Anamonti's bringing his fighter squadron in to contest it and just to block them out of there.
Air war a critical factor here over at B as we watch the carriers juggle for dominance, knowing there's an 07 destroyer in the cap circle.
And that leaves Pulacat free to start opening fire on the Montana. And here comes a salvo of HE. Interesting. Pulacat doing a nice job of moving around in the smoke, trying to stay hidden as much as he can. This is Russian smoke, so it's not going to last as long as a gearing.
Indeed. Well, ZR to their credit, they've got Redo Front and Ultra Real turned around to just kind of kite out of C, knowing, as you see at the other end of the map, they are just pushing straight through A.
Yeah, both teams are essentially doing the same thing right now.
Big counterclockwise turn.
Yep.
Decent-sized bomber strike here coming out on Redo Front's Montana now, and Umadi trying to push those dive bombers and torpedo bombers through, loses the torpedo bombers for his trouble, decides to back off the dive bombers. It looks as if Ultra Real's defensive fire is active.
Yep. Plus, I mean, that's a Montana, right? So most likely, probably max AA build by itself. So I mean, that's a big no-fly zone.
Yep. Status quo at B, no change here. GRE and Yasin Poi staring intently across the cap circle.
Caliber just took a big hit, probably from the Yamato Kashimakaze. And yeah, nothing's going to change over at B cap. I mean, at least they're preventing point gain. But unfortunately, that's two ships on both sides that are just kind of locked down, doing nothing.
Indeed. We see the Kaiser of Moskva there, locked down. He can't leave. He can't leave his he can't leave Potatoes Grozovoy unsupported there in B, or he'll just get steamrolled.
Yep. Jones getting in position to smoke up Caliber again. So Caliber is going to have another minute of free shots, assuming he could slow down in time. And he's doing it.
Now SAT score has pushed all the way to the other side of the A cap. He is in I4. He's turning back now, but I'm wondering if he's going to leave a torpedo strike in for this smoke. Doesn't look like it.
Caliber is starting to rain down some death on the Yamato on Kashimakaze.
Fairly static game state here as we get close to the halfway mark of the match. ZR nursing about a 40, 50-ish and change point lead on the strength of an early cap, but Not much change. Both teams kind of taking damage. But ZR, I'd say overall a little healthier. Caliber probably the lowest health ship on the board, and invisible right
Absolutely.
now to the ZR Force at A.
Yep, but we see some torpedo bombers making their way over to the smoke area too. So I think they're trying to get themselves set up so that once that smoke ends, Caliber just goes down.
Well, they've certainly got enough firepower to pull it off. It's simply a question of timing. If they can get Caliber off the board, they can make a nice pivot and then try and push that Moskva out of the way at his position there at B. If they can pull that off, that'll really shake things up.
Speaking of pivot, I'm surprised to see Yasenpoy did not turn the Des Moines bow towards C. As you can see
Not
now,
yet.
he's being detected and being shot at by pretty much everyone.
Yep, he's got some Hindenburg shells coming in. He could scoot up a little
again.
farther, but so now what we were just talking about, ZR possibly being able to do if they turn out of A, we see 07 already doing as they reach the far side of C, able to pressure the cruiser that's backing up the destroyer, the friendly destroyer in B.
Yeah, and we're seeing that. I mean, both carriers are trying their darndest to help their team, but they're both almost kind of locked down here.
Well, the air war is certainly critical to this game state at the moment. Both carriers realize the importance of their planes and their ability to push ships out of these static positions, but both teams playing very tightly, both carriers playing really tightly, not able to push the other one out of the way long enough to really do good.
Right. And BFK now smoked up by Polecat, so he's got a little bit of time. Red up front is at about half right now. Obviously, he's going to heal some of that back. But it's interesting watching the teamwork going on between Hindenburg, Yamato, Hindenburg, Montana, and obviously their respective destroyers.
Things may be breaking here a bit. Yasenpoy has now moved into the cap in that smoke cloud. He's inside the cap ring. GRE smoking him up, realizing his cover was basically blown with that Montana and Hindenburg position north of C.
And that really threatens Potato here. Once that radar hits, he's going to have seconds to react.
It certainly can.
The entire south flank is just going to start shooting.
Well, the ZR forces south of A, we saw, had already pushed the Moskva back around the island. We know Potato's still in the cap somewhere. That Moskva was not able to really support him, I don't believe. Now, has the Moskva moved back south?
No, it's continuing to reverse around the island.
Well, in that case, Potato could be really caught out here.
Absolutely. As Yasenpoy gets detected.
Yep, Yasenpoy emerging from the smoke cloud now. GRE turning north behind the island in B. There's the Moskva detected briefly on the other side of the island. Yasenpoy probably going to become target number 1 here now.
Kaiser doesn't have much of a choice, right? Because with this group coming up, he's got to react, and that's what I mean about the Des Moines. I'm surprised that Yasen didn't go bow on to the C group. Well, maybe he wanted to stay more mobile.
I don't know, but they succeeded in driving Potato out of the cap. Potato out of B now, as B begins to tick for ZR, and they continue to exert this map control, opening their lead up to about 60 points. Well, more like 80 points.
Mm-hmm. And both Montanas on the other flank, on the C flank here, are about even. Gristlin taking some pretty big focus fire, and I can see Polecat's already getting in a position to smoke up the two of them. Oh, big hit on Redderfront.
I see that. Redderfront under threat now, under 13,000 and falling. He may become our first casualty here with just about 7 minutes left to play. Both teams playing very conservatively, preserving as much health as possible, but sooner or later something has to go, and it looks like it might be this ZR Montana.
Absolutely. Here it comes.
There he goes. That brings the points essentially even, although ZR will continue to open the gap very slowly. Ultra Real now basically left all alone on the 2 line, has to start running a tremendous amount of firepower crawling up his stern.
Yeah, but if I'm 07, I'm probably rotating them back down south to B now.
Well, I tell you,
chase it.
If I'm ZR, I'm really surprised they have not sent one of these ships on the J line back to help. Maybe to help Ultra. I mean, it's a long way to go, but it can't hurt. I mean, they still have not gotten anybody off the board over here. Caliber just taking a pretty good sized hit there now under 9K. You know they're salivating at the thought of getting him off the board as he pops what has to be probably his last heal.
Yeah, but Jones is coming in to smoke him up again.
Again, goodness, he's already been through two smokes.
Yep,
There he
it
goes.
comes.
Caliber getting great teamwork on 07, continuing to cover this Hindenburg and keep him alive.
Yeah, but he's shooting. He shouldn't be shooting right now. He's still not. The planes are going to spot him every time he shoots right now. He's got to get into the smoke.
Yep, GRE.
Finally, Jones gets the smoke to him.
Yep, GRE score and Yasinpoy doing great teamwork together, sticking to each other at close quarters in B. No chance of a random plane strike offing one of them. As BFK, that's right, as BFK and what Grozavoy is that? Pulicat now shelling Yasinpoy in B, turning back that direction.
Calber's going to go down here. They're all shooting his explosions there, so that's it for him. He might as well shoot. I don't know why he's not, but
yep, they are continuing to shell the smoke. They know he's in there. They're continuing to land hits. There he goes. As ZR bags their first kill of the game to open their lead up to about 160 points.
Yeah, that was a tough one there. Jones started with the smoke a little bit early. Probably had to get Caliber to slow down, which Caliber didn't want to have to do. So a little bit of mistiming there in the smoke, and that caused the destruction of his teammate.
Kashimikaze now turning due north up the 5 line, probably going to try and support the team in B. I think ZR realizing now they could possibly even yield B, and as long as they don't lose a ship, they're in pretty good shape. Their lowest ship on the board is probably Dolphin Princess's Hindenburg, and that's still only about half health.
William the Dank is obviously now being focused by 3 ships, but he just had a good hit on Dolphin Princess. But look at Mechanicux. Seeing the 2 Hindenburgs there that are low, one at half and one at a quarter, tells you that 07 didn't seem to be doing a good enough job of focus fire, probably because the 2 Hindenburgs were rotating.
Indeed. With about 4 minutes left to play here, ZR closing in on only 100 points shy of victory, opening their lead to about 200 points. SAT score rotating back, presumably to smoke Dolphin Princess. Both Hindenburgs, I wouldn't necessarily say they're under threat, but certainly low enough that a wrong salvo at the wrong time could end either one of them.
It's interesting seeing Pulicat opening up now like he is. He wants to get Yasinpoy's attention. And
looks like he's got it.
Coming in. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Pulley takes a pretty good-sized hit there, down to only 1,000 HP. Yasin also taking a good hit in return as he continues to throw AP at Pulley's bow. No dice there.
And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get the Des Moines to turn away so he can smoke up and be safe from the Des Moines radar.
GRE Bowen, what looks to be his last smoke to try and cover Yasinpoy here in B as Potato 6-9 rounds the island there, and F7 as he looks like he might be coming into the B cap momentarily. Yasin continuing to burn, healing and burning simultaneously now in the B cap on about 6,700 hit points.
This is a must kill for 07. They have to get
this
guy out.
07 down with only 25 points to go. They need to bag Yasin. That's the only thing that's going to keep them in the game at this stage. They know it. They're continuing to push. Pulley also low if one of those shells lands.
There it is.
There it is. And a stellar shot from Ruslan into smoke takes Yasin, but not before he takes Pulley off the board to hold the point lead where it is. ZR still only 25 points away from victory. Oh, another big kill.
Goes down.
Another big kill. Dolphin goes down.
Just about to comment. There's one thing I didn't see it much on my side with 07 here is we didn't see the Grozavoys really doing that much in the way of torpedoes. They've been staying more closer to the cruisers to help keep them smoking. Smoked up, I mean.
I've seen the torpedoes, just not many of them have connected until now. BFK's Hindenburg now pushing GRE score here in B. ZR still with the upper hand. They have a 150-point lead with only 2 minutes left on the clock. BFK, you know he has to be their big target now. He's got Yamato. He's got a Yamato looking at him. A Hindenburg close aboard. He's got to turn and show his port side of the Yamato. 10,000 HP and falling.
William the Dank is down to 4K health.
Yes, he is.
But he managed to survive a torpedo.
Either one of these kills will end the game for ZR. That should do it right there. Yep, 990 points now for ZR. Yep. William the Dank disappears, but
big torp squat.
Are there enough torps there to take out the Yamato? I don't think so. Not with that belt. No. Nope, that's going to do it. ZR, here we go. ZR claiming game 1 here on Trap in the North American semifinal round.
Yeah, what a game. I mean, this is, you can tell it's a good game when nobody's died
Nobody
in
dies
at
for
least
13
half the
minutes.
matter. Right. And the fact of the matter was that the point spread was so tight for so long of it too. Look at the Des Moines just completely shutting down BCAP, saying you
No,
will not
yeah,
fly
thou
here.
shalt not. This is a no-fly zone.
I almost wonder if '07 is rethinking that idea of the Moskva. It doesn't seem like he was as effective as the Des Moines was.